circular economy is one of the pillars of our carbon neutrality strategy. We have 5 pillars, and the other 4 are oxy-combustion, so greening combustion, CO2 capture, hydrogen solution, and digitization as an enabler to integrate all these pillars. But when we are talking about this pillar, they are not isolated blocks. They are interaction between all of them. They are all connected. And circular economy makes part of all of these blocks. Let me put a few examples about it. For instance, in the case of oxy-combustion, using scrap to produce steel and aluminum is something that is relatively common in the industry, in the European and worldwide industry. But to do it the use of oxygen to facilitate, to enable this process is important. And at the same time, this is facilitating or is making possible the use of alternative fuels that can be lower carbon. So this is a perfect example of what circular economy can be with interaction of different products. At the same time, when we are talking about CO2 capture, whatever is the origin of this CO2 and whatever is the right technology to capture the CO2 depending the flue gas, at the end of the day, this CO2 can be either storage, but most important, can be used as a feedstock to produce valuable product, either methane by methanation, for instance, catalytic methanation or another, or can be a methanol, or we can produce another product that will help to decarbonize the industry. So the famous building blocks. Waste. The gasification of waste, I mean, it's not something that is quite new, but is state of the art. But the combination of waste gasification with oxygen, the appropriate technology, make possible a more efficient gasification process, and at the same time make easier the capture of the CO2 and cheaper as well. But the positive thing of this is that when we are producing green or low carbon hydrogen or syngas due to waste gasification, later the CO2 that is produced as well as consequence of this project, when this capture can be again reused to produce synthetic fuels or another kind of thing that can be used again in the decarbonization. Or let me put you one example that probably right now is can be familiar to everybody due to the actual situation. Biomethane. We can produce green hydrogen, for instance, or low carbon hydrogen using biomethane in a traditional steam methane reformer in a unit that is prepared to work specifically with the biomethane. So just are a few examples, but we can find another examples about how circular economy is interconnected and how the industrial gases industry is part of the solution using circular economy and different technologies. One say that our customer, most part of our customers are hard to abate sectors. Can be steel production, can be glass production, can be cement production, metal production, so many others. So we are really providing solution to our customer. We try to help them with the decarbonization solutions, taking in consideration the specific characteristic of each industry and at the same time the specific requests of each customer, because not two customers can have similar requests or can have similar needs, but it's very difficult that two are having exactly the same need. So we need to adapt to these specificities.